Nidaria or Coelenterata. See, Coelenterata or Nidaria. Nidaria general characters. First one, in these Coelenterata, these animals are called as Coelenterata because due to the presence of the coelenteron in the body, the presence of the coelenteron in the body of these animals, hence those are called coelenterata animals. So what about the Nidarians? In these animals only, in these animals we have been identified one of the specialized cells. Those cells are stinging cells. Stinging cells are nidocytes or nidoblasts. So the stinging cells are the nidocytes. These are the specialized cells have been seen in these Nidarian animals or the Coelenterata animals. Nidoblasts are the nidocytes. Due to the presence of the nidoblasts and nidocytes, these animals are commonly called as Nidarians. So these animals are called as Nidarians. Now coming to the general characters of the Nidarian animals. This is Hydra. And one more example for you. See, this is Hydra and this is Aurelia or jellyfish or moon jelly. Jellyfish or moon jelly. These are the other examples. Now see, in these Coelenterata animals are the Nidarian animals. These animals are either sessile. Example for this sessile is Hydra, or free swimming. This is the example for free swimming. Okay, and one more points are there. These are lives in colonies, colonial, and these are the habitat is aquatic habitat, mostly marine, animals. So these animals are the habitat is aquatic habitat, but mostly marine. See, in these animals, examples are the Coelenterata animals. Examples were series Tubipora, organ pipe coral. Tubipora, another name is organ pipe coral. Heliopora, blue coral, and Penatilla, sea pen, and Renilla, sea pansy, Astrea, star coral, and Neandrina, rain coral, Physalia, Portuguese of mangrove, and Aurelia, jellyfish, Adamsia, sea anemone, Obelia, Cephar, Obelia, Cephar. Gorgonia, sea fan. ST against star code. This is a sea fan. Gorgonia, this is a sea fan. And here one more point is the sea pen. The Pennatula is commonly called as sea pen. Okay. Once I repeat all these are again. Tubipora, organ pipe coral. Heliopora, blue coral. Pennatula, sea pen. Redilla, sea pansy. Astrea, that is a star coral. Star coral. Leandrina, brain coral. Physalia, Portuguese of mangrove. Aurelia, jellyfish. Adamsia, sea anemone. Lobelia, Cephar. Gorgonia is a Cephar. So these are some of the common names and the scientific names of exclusive Coelenterata animals. Now we are going to discuss about the common points. See, in these animals, see, and the first one, the level of organization. Level of organization. These animals exhibit tissue level of organization. Tissue level of organization. The organization of level of organization of these animals are tissue level of organization and germ layers of these animals. Those are diploblastican animals. Diploblasticans. Diploblastican animals means the body is covered by only two legs, ectoderm, endoderm. Here, this is in this one, the ectoderm, and the second one is endoderm. Ectoderm is known as epidermis, and endoderm, another name is gastrodermis. Why? Because this is the part that surrounds the gastrovascular cavity or the coelenterum. Gastrovascular cavity or the coelenterum. See this here. This is Osman type of the canal system. Sorry, one coelenterate animals. This is the part is outer part is ectoderm, and the middle one, this is called as gastrovascular cavity. So this is the endodermis actually, but these endodermis that surrounds the gastrovascular cavity. Hence this gastrovascular cavity here we call as gastrodermis. Gastrodermis that surrounds the gastrovascular cavity in these animals, nothing but coelenterum. So this gastrovascular cavity has only one mouth, only one opening. This opening serves both dilution and ingestion and ejection. To the only one opening that serves as mouth and anus, means that helps for the ingestion of the food particles, that for the elimination of the waste materials. That is the gastrovascular cavity. That is gastrovascular cavity. And the germ layers are diploblastic animals. And some more points for here. And the coelom of these animals are acoelomate. coelomates. So acoelomates means between the body wall and inner organs. Here in these two particular parts, it has no coelom. No specialized coelom is present here. It is not lined by mesodermal layers. So between the body wall and inner organs, the coelom is not lined by mesodermal layers. Those are acoelomate animals. And coming to this symmetry. Symmetry of these animals are two. One is radial symmetrical animals mostly, but in sea anemone it exhibits biradial symmetry. Biradial symmetry. All the animals exhibit radial symmetry, but the sea anemones exhibit biradial symmetry. See, in this radial symmetry, the organs are arranged radially in manner, and the body of the organism can be divided into two equal parts when any plane passing through the oral agoral axis. When any plane passing through the oral agoral axis, it can divide the organism into two equal antennas. This type of symmetry is known as radial symmetry. And coming to the biradial symmetry, exhibit the biradial symmetrical animals. Biradial symmetrical animals. Now, in these animals, the digestion process is both extracellular and intracellular. The process of digestion that takes place inside the body, inside the cell, intracellular, outside of the body, extracellular. We'll see both extracellular and intracellular in these animals. And the respiration here in these animals having no specialized respiratory organs. The process of respiration takes place through this plasma membrane of the body. Through a process is simple diffusion process. Simple diffusion process in these animals' respiration. And coming to the circulation process, these animals having no specialized transport organs or the circulatory organs. Circulatory organs takes place through the gastrovascular cavity. Gastrovascular cavity. The process of circulation takes place in these animals through the gastrovascular cavity. Here in these animals, excretory organs also absent in these animals. Due to the absence of the excretory organs of these animals, this gastrovascular cavity also responsible for the excretion, for the elimination of the materials. Now coming to the nervous system. So in these regions here, the nervous system that forms a nerve, net, and the sensory organs. The sensory organs include in the statocysts. These statocysts are helps to identify or purify the water. These are the sensory organs. Now coming to the last one, that is reproduction. In these animals, the process of reproduction, both asexually and sexually. The asexual reproduction occurs through the budding process, Asexually through the syngamy. So the budding process, any bit. So bud is small cellular outgrowth. Here in this one, this is the hydra. A small cellular outgrowth forms here. It forms like a bud, and the remaining material enters in this one. Gradually it increases in size, it grows, and later it divides from the parental animal, lives independently after formation of the tentacles. This type of process is known as budding process. And syngamy. Syngamy means a temporary association between the temporary exchange of the pronuclei between one organism to another organism. This process is known as syngamy. A temporary union of the pronuclei is called as syngamy. Okay. This is asexual reproduction of these animals. See here, the asexual form of these animals, it is hydra. So it has two forms. Asexual form is polyp, and the sexual form medusa. Sexual form is also medusa. The sensory organs are statocyst, we will see in the medusoid forms only, not in the polypoid forms. See, asexual form is polyp. This is the example for the polyp. So this is asexual form. Asexual form or the polyp form means polyp is asexual form. It is a sessile form. It is the reproductive process is known as budding. Now coming to the medusoid form. This is the medusa. This is the medusa. Medusa means the free living reproductive part of the coelenterata animals are medusa. So this is the free living part. In this process we will see alternate of the generation or the metagenesis process. This polyp form, it forms the medusoid. Polyp forms the medusoid. Polyp is asexual form. So polyp forms the medusa through the asexually. At the same time, the medusa form, it forms the polyp through the sexually. Example Obelia. Cipher. Example Obelia, that is a cipher. And finally, in these animals, fertilization occurs externally, and these animals, it contains a larva. This larva is planula larva. Due to the presence of the planula larva, these animals' development is indirect development. The development of in these animals are indirect development. Thank you.